Okay, so let's start. Well, once again, thank you for attending to today's webinar. Today we're going to be talking about all the different solutions that we have for the banking sector. Okay, let me just to remind you that the session is going to be recorded, so we can share with all the people that is attending later on the video of the webinar. Okay. And also I would like to introduce myself. My name is Alvaro Mocholi and I'm responsible for international sales. And also I'm the managing director of Grecom Technologies. And I'm going to be the one that is going to be conducting today's webinar. Okay. So let's start all over. The first thing that I would like to do is just to give you a very brief introduction of our company. Our company is two companies. We have Engaro, which is the company responsible for developing all the analytics, and then we have Grecom, which also develops some solutions, but is more into the reselling area. Okay, so we are specialized in developing real-time analytics, and our big expertise area is the thermal imaging solutions. Okay, so most of the analytics that we have developed have been developed for thermal imaging, although we also have analytics for optical spectrum cameras. Okay, we offer 30 different analytics, which later on I will explain you the different lines that we cover. We export to 64 countries, and then the positive thing about our company is that we can offer the full chain of value. That means that we have our own R&D department, which not only develops our own solutions, but also customizes to some key clients of us the solutions in a way that we adapt to their procedures or to their protocols of working. Okay. Also, we have an integration department, which is responsible for integrating all our solutions with existing security systems like VMSs or new cameras that are coming up into the market, or MVRs or recording devices. Okay, and then we have our pre-sales and after-sales department, which is responsible for setting up all our license. It's very important for you to know that all our licenses, the price includes the setup, configuration, and fine-tuning. So that means that this is kind of like a turnkey work. So until the solution is not performing or is not working as the customer is expecting, we will not stop working on it. So we guarantee that the solution is going to work for sure. Okay, and then we also have the project maintenance that we usually propose for critical infrastructures. So in case that there is any kind of failure, so we can give them support immediately, and then and we can solve the problem. Okay. So these are the 9 different analytics lines that we can offer. We have perimeter surveillance solutions. We have automation and safety. On automation and safety, pretty much everything has a thermal signature. We will be able to do it. We have marine surveillance solutions, traffic. We are very specialized on railway and road tunnels. Then we have fire prevention and detection for industrial and forest. We have healthcare solutions, cyber security, face recognition and access control, forensic. Okay, so for today's webinar, we're gonna cover the cybersecurity, access control, forensic, and also perimeter surveillance solutions. Okay, so let's move forward, and let's start with the solutions that we're gonna be talking today. Okay, the first thing that I would like to do is to introduce you our VMS platform. This is a platform that has artificial intelligence in it, has been certified by the ISO 27001, and also it was last year Red Dot Smart Product winner. Okay, so it's a very well developed solution, has been recognized worldwide, and then also has been implemented in some key clients, like, I don't know, like for example, the FBI in the US. We have in different banking entities also has been implemented critical infrastructures, retail, and so on. So what I will explain you later on, okay? So this solution, okay, has, as I said before, has artificial intelligence. This means that whenever we are recording all the images, we are also classifying the images. That means we classify by gender, we classify by the type of clothing, by the type of object, if it's a human, if it's a vehicle, also by the colors of the clothing, and also we can save the faces in a way that whenever you want to do some kind of search, you can filter the searching instead of going through a very tedious task of searching for forensic purposes. You have a very advanced filter, and then in a matter of seconds or in a matter of minutes, you can have the results. So that means that you can filter and say, okay, I want you to search through all the cameras that are in one bank office. I want to search all the people that is wearing like a red jumper and is a male, for example, and automatically will go through all the time that you want to do the search, and then automatically will come out with the outcome. So you don't have to go through all the different cameras, supervising all the recordings. Okay. So this helps us a lot. I mean, it makes more very efficient in a way that for the searching is very clever, and then it helps a lot on to come up with the outcome. Okay, so you can select the frame of time from the last 30 minutes or the last hour, the last 12 hours, the last day, or the last let's call it 90 days, for example, or 30 days. Okay, so you can do you just cannot do the search by the type of object or by the face, but also you can select the number of cameras that you want to do the search, and also you can the time that you want to do the search from. Okay. Also, it helps you to enhance your operational awareness. Okay, this means that this is as a solution. This solution also can help you to monitor like an area. So you can optimize the cleaning, the heating, the air conditioning, also the to monitor the workplace, and then also you can monitor how many people, the occupancy levels, how many people is inside, how many more people can access to that area, in case that there is there is no social distancing and so on. Okay, so also the system can manage all this, so it can give you the information for you to make the right decisions. Okay. It's also protected from cyber attacks. This system can work on premise or can work on the cloud, but always is connected to the cloud. So automatically you get updated of the licenses, especially the analytics licenses. So you always have the latest version, okay? And then also on the cloud, I mean, is the cybersecurity process or protection device is always updated in a way that you constantly have the last version. And then it's very easy to manage. I mean, you have two options. You can either use our own cameras, which is very easy to integrate it. I mean, you just need to scan a QR code of the cameras and automatically will be connected to the VMS. And in case that you have an existing cameras or third-party cameras, I mean, the only thing that you need to do is just to connect what we call it the cloud connector. So you connect the cameras to that cloud connector, and that cloud connector is connected to the VMS. Okay, so here is how the architecture of the VMS how it will go. I mean, you have two options. You can either go with our own cameras. I mean, the key benefit of using our own cameras is the connection with the VMS is very simple. As I said before, you just need to scan a QR code of each one of the cameras and automatically will be connected to the VMS. Okay. Also, the analytics are embedded into the cameras, okay? And also the recording is embedded into the cameras. So that means that you are not sending you're not using the full bandwidth to send all the video stream to the cloud. Everything is being saved or recorded locally, and you just need to use the bandwidth or the internet whenever you want to access to any of the recorded videos. Okay, so these cameras are directly connected to the cloud, and you can access to these cameras through our own application, or any laptop or CPU or server that is connected to the network. And also, in case that you want to integrate it with an existing security system, you can use our own SDK or API in a way that you can keep working with your security system. In the case that we use a third-party camera, okay, in that case, we will need to have what we call it the cloud connector. Okay, this is a server where all the analytics and the recording is being storage. Okay, and this cloud connector is connected to the cloud, and we will be able to access to the cloud through, as we said before, through any smartphone, any device, or any application, or our own application. Okay. So here I'm going to put you as a video to show you how the Smart Search works. I'm going to put you here with the sound.
Welcome to AvoWare. Today we're going to cover search. Search is a tool that allows us to search for specific events that may have occurred across one or multiple cameras. This allows us to search for things like the appearance of a person or a vehicle, a line cross event where a vehicle or a person has crossed a specific virtual line that we've drawn, loitering events where a person or a vehicle may have been stationary for too long in one place, indicating something like an idling vehicle that may be outside of a loading dock or outside of an airport, or a person that may just be acting suspiciously in an area that they should not be. We can also alert on sound detection, and this leverages the onboard sound detection in our AvoWare cameras that can detect things like glass breaks, loud noises, smoke alarms, and many more audio models that are being added with each release. So, for example, if we were to create a line cross search, what we can do is we can choose what kind of objects we want to search for. We can stick with any or go down to a specific person. This person can be specified based on gender or based on the attire that they're wearing in the top or the lower quadrant of their body, and you can combine both colors as well, looking for people in uniforms or based on a description that was given by a third party. We can also leverage an image. If someone has captured a cell phone image of this person or vehicle, we can upload that in order to do a search based on these detections. Then we can choose where we want to do this detection. So this detection can take place, for example, on a camera in a parking lot. It could also happen inside of a building. So if we were looking for people that may have been in front of a register, we can choose one or multiple cameras and then choose the line that we want these objects to be crossing in order to qualify for the detection. We can choose the direction of travel of this object. And in the case of something like a convenience store, if we're just looking for anyone that is walking out, as this person just did in this example, we can unclick the entering direction so that we're only looking for the direction of travel out the door. And then we can choose the time period that we're searching for. This can be anywhere from specific minutes down to a block of time that may be days or hours. And in our case, when we're just looking for the last 30 minutes worth of search, we're presented with all of the events that correspond to our search criteria. So in our case, we're looking for people that are exiting. And if I highlight over that video, we're going to see the people that are exiting. I can click into this video to see it in greater detail. This will allow me to see not only the event that occurred, but the object within our floor plan as that user exits this building. I can then click to act on that activity. But we can also see in our parking lot as a person was crossing that virtual line that we created. So this allows us to very quickly get to the events that matter to us and then act on them. These different video clips that we have captured here can then be exported. So we can take the relevant information by clicking the plus, and we can choose to share or save. So we can export this as an MP4. We can share this as a publicly accessible link. We can bookmark it so that these video clips do not get deleted by typical retention. And of course, we can also do similarity searches if we want to look for people that are similar to the objects that have been detected in these environments. Now you're also presented with the ability to create a rule. We have a whole nother section dedicated to creating rules based off of searches as well as other parameters. I implore you to check that out.
We're going to move to the next solution, which is the access control through face recognition. And then here we have a very powerful solution, which on the wild faces we can guarantee a 99.87% of accuracy, and with people wearing masks we can offer a 98.55 something like that accuracy. Okay, this is something that has been certified by the National Institute of Standards Technology in the US. Follows with all the privacy regulations. Okay, so you have like the AES 256 and then also with the HTTPS. Okay, and it's very flexible, so you can work on the premise, or you can work on the cloud, or you can work on a hybrid deployment. And then also from the processing requirements is very low, or is one of the lowest in the market. You can save a minimum of 20% of the processing capacity on the servers. And it's very fast. I mean, it's one of the fastest solutions also in the market. I mean, here I'm going to show you the test that we did with the NIST, okay? And then as you can see here on the top right corner, this is the solution that we are offering. On this solution, as you can see, is the fastest on detecting, and also is one of the top ones with the lowest processing requirements needed. Okay, and also as for the accuracy point of view, the solution is, I mean, this testing was involved over 300 algorithms, and then we were on the top 18 worldwide. Okay, so this is one of the best solutions that you can find on the market, and this is a test that was pursued on last April 26 on 2021. Okay, so what can we do for the banking industry? Okay, from the monitoring point of view, okay, we can do like mass detection, social distances, audience management, so we can manage if there is people counting, so we can know if there is too many people inside the office, or on how many more people can access to the office. So you can have also the congestion prediction. You can also have the suspect detection. So imagine that there is one like a person that in the past has created any problems. Automatically when accesses the premises, you can identify, so you can be ready for it. Okay, and then you can do activity monitoring and heat maps, so you can pretty much know how the people are moving and how the people are just moving inside the office. So you come in case that you need to open extra lines, or you need to open extra desk to attend people more fluently, you can have access to that information. Okay, this is a technology, as you know, that is contactless, so you don't need to use the fingerprint or get close to the device to put for the iris recognition. Okay, from the facial recognition, what we can have is the access control VIP recognition. We can have like the subscription and activation of new customers. So for example, imagine that you are on the private banking, you can automatically identify, you can upload on the database the details of that person, so whenever it comes for a second time, doesn't have to go through all the procedures. So automatically, just by the face recognition, we'll be able to identify and will speed up the process of granting access. Okay, and then also you have the recognition of suspects, and then you have like the liveness and anti-spoofing notification. I will show you later on a video just so I can show you how it works. Okay, and from the analytics point of view, so you can analyze by gender, by age, and okay, so you can figure out exactly inside the office how many males and females come in, and then also what is the age range of the people that are coming into the office. Okay, so you can do some demographic analysis of the people attending to your offices. And then you can have also the heat maps, queuing time, dwell time. This is very important, how much time is spent each one of the customers inside the office. So you pretty much can adapt, or you can adjust the people attending to those customers in a way, figuring out how many people coming in, okay? And then you can have like a dashboard with an occupational panel in a way that you can know exactly with just one image exactly how many people is in and what is the gender and so on, okay? Here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a video on how the anti-spoofing works. Okay, I took off the sound so I can speak to you meanwhile introducing. So whenever you see that the system is detecting a real face, you will see that it comes like a green heart. So that means that it's a real life, it's a live face. And then whenever the system finds out or identifies that someone is trying to fool us with a picture or with a non-real face, automatically you see that it's a red heart, okay? So that means it will not grant access to that person. So this will help us to identify those people and trying to supplant the identity of one person. It also works with the smart devices and with videos. Okay, and as you can see here, it distinguishes between a real and a fake face. And also you have the double verification, so it matches the face with the badge, okay? So in case that the identification doesn't match, it will not grant you access. Okay. Another solution that we offer is the data loss prevention. Okay, this is a solution, it's called Reveal. This is a solution that was the US Cyber Command winner. Okay, so out of the 7, there were like 10 tasks that all the companies that were involved on this contest, we won 7 of them. Okay, and including the best overall performance. So this is the US Cyber Command entity belongs to the FBI. So that means that this solution is very accurate. I mean, it's very well designed and it works very good. Okay, and also has the certification from the JITC. Okay, it is NITF compliant, and also have the award of the Cybersecurity Awards winner for 2021. Okay, so so it was won the Cybersecurity Startup of the Year. Okay, so what this solution does, basically this is a software that what we do is we download in all those devices that we need to monitor. And here basically what we do is we analyze or we monitor all the activity of those devices, okay? So the idea here is to detect, I mean, for example, when someone is, I don't know, accessing to files that it has no granted access, or is trying to copy some files that is not authorized to, or is printing some files that is not authorized to, or is plugging to or connecting to any network or to any Wi-Fi connection that is not devices, or when you're trying to copy any of the files into a pen drive or so on. Okay, so so it has like it's a light agent with extensive capabilities. Okay, so it works by on incident based. So what you do is you set up the rules, and then whenever on any of the devices that you are monitoring executes an incident that not supposed to, automatically the system detects and reacts on it. Okay, what it can react, I mean, I will show you later on, but it can react. You can either block the device, you can just send a message. send a message to the supervising manager, just to make sure that they follow the IT policies. Okay. So it has been certified, as we say before, by the NITTF. Okay, so you can provide an individual user profiles, keystroke monitoring on full application content, and screen capture. Okay, so here, I mean, basically, whenever you just like breach any of the IT rules that we have set up the system for, automatically will be detected, and automatically we will activate a protocol in a way that we can block it, or we can stop the activity. Okay. So advanced content inspection. So in case that you are sharing some critical information, such as I don't know, like credit card numbers, social security numbers, insurance policy numbers, and so on, automatically the system will be detecting and also will react based on that. Okay, all the reactions on all the enforcement of whenever someone breaches the policy is automated. So I mean, what you do is you just record all the different activities that that person or that employee is not authorized to do, and then whenever that happens, automatically the system will react, like blocking, insulating the system, or sending a message to the employee, say, look, you're not authorized to do this. Okay. It's very simple to deploy, so it's very friendly use, the interface, and also has one good thing is that you can one screen you can monitor, you can view how all your employees are following the IT policies, and then also you can identify which one is the most, let's call it, controversial in a way that is not following the rules. Okay, so all this is available. You can view it on a dashboard, so it will be very easy to view and to monitor and to access. This will be how it works. Okay, so all these are the events that we are monitoring. For example, we monitor actions, alarms, okay, access to applications and application use. When you access to browsers or to certain websites that you're not supposed to access during your working hours, connections to external networks, DNS lockouts. You can have also the file access, so you can, in case that you're accessing to a critical or confidential files, automatically the system will detect it. Also, we'll monitor the integrations with third-party systems. Also, we can monitor the locations, the logins, the printing, process starts, sensors, USB devices, and Wi-Fi networks. So all this is all the information that we will be monitoring. And then whenever something that is anomalous or that you're not supposed to do happens, then we have different actions that we can do. We can either take a screenshot of what you did wrongly. You can log the computer, or you can log the application. You can isolate the system in a way that in case that there is any virus coming in, so it just doesn't go to the rest of the network. You can reboot, okay, to the supervisor or to whatever person is monitoring all the systems, okay, display a message, or you can block the task, okay. So this is how this solution works, and as I said before, this is a solution that has been very well tested, and then has has the certifications and awards that it has been very well recognized. Okay. Then we have another solution, which is the perimeter lockout. Okay, which is we use this solution for the perimeter surveillance of critical infrastructures. The good thing, it has artificial intelligence, so we can classify persons and vehicles, has multiple detection rules like intrusion, line crossing, prowling, and abandoned object, and then also doesn't generate false alarms by animals, vegetation, light changes, shadows, or raindrops on the lens. Okay, it is available with all the IP cameras, okay, and it's also integrated with, in this case, with Milestone VMS, but also it will be very shortly integrated with the rest of the VMSs that we work with, okay. Here I'm going to give you an example, a video example of how this perimeter surveillance solution works. So here, as for example, here, this is this lady with the dog. So the lady is being detected, but the dog is not being detected. Okay, so that means that we classify the objects. And also here you can see that you can classify by the type of object, by humans and this persons or vehicles, okay, which are the two objects that are of interest for us. Okay, these are some of the key success cases that we have. Okay, from the defense and law enforcement, we have the FBI in the US, the NATO headquarters in Brussels. We have the access control. With the FBI, we have both the VMS for forensic purposes, and also we have the data loss prevention solution. Also, we have the Roca military base, which is a US and Spanish military base in Spain, in the south of Spain. We're in charge of all the perimeter surveillance. And also we do all the perimeter surveillance of all the Air Force and Navy and Army of Spain. On the oil and gas, we work with companies such as Saudi Aramco, which is the largest oil company in the world, Repsol and Cepsa. We do the perimeter surveillance for them. These are the two top Spanish oil companies. Okay, on critical infrastructures, we do Madrid International Airport. We do also the perimeter surveillance, and also we have the face recognition devices. Okay, and then on the telecommunications, AT&T, we have worked with Etisalat, Facebook, or Hitachi Vantara. And then for the banking, which is what we're talking today, we work with Banco Santander, which is the fifth largest bank in the world. It's a Spanish bank. So for them, we do we do perimeter and several security solutions we have for them. CaixaBank, which is the second largest bank here in Spain. Also, we do different solutions for them. And Samba is a Saudi bank. We also work with them. So this will be pretty much all these different solutions that we can offer for the banking, for the financial sector. Here are my contact details. You have my mobile telephone number and my email address. Also, in case that you want to use a demo or you want to request a demo license, demos are free of charge. You can request a demo of any of our solutions. We will set it up for you. We will configure and fine tune it. So we will do all the work for you. You just so you can have two types of demos. You can do it in a real scenario, or you can do a proof of concept on a real scenario, or we can run it over videos that we have in our own library. Okay, so in case that you have any questions or you want to ask anything, you can activate your microphone or you can use the chat. So please feel free to ask any questions that you might have.
Alvaro,
yeah.
This is Bill Markell here. You said that there's a necessity to use the cloud for updates. Is that because some of my customers are not comfortable with the cloud, and if they are comfortable with the cloud, some of them are only comfortable with the Azure cloud. Which cloud do you operate on?
And we can work. I mean, we can adjust. I mean, if they feel comfortable with for example, with Azure, I mean, what we can do is we can upload it all the system into Azure. That is not a problem. Okay, but also in case that they want to work on premise, I mean, they can have what we call it the connector. Okay, and then all the information can be saved, and you can access to all the recordings on that server without need to go through the cloud. Okay. Now the cloud, we use it in a way that in case that you want to access to the system from any place in the world, you can do it through the cloud. Okay.
Sure,
but
sure.
also you can use it a VPN, and then you can access directly to the server without need to go through the cloud. So that is, I mean, some critical infrastructures, and for example, some banking, they are not very comfortable with using cloud networks. Okay, so I mean, it is flexible. On that case, it is flexible. It can either go on premise, or it can go hybrid, or it just can go on the cloud. So whatever the customer feels more comfortable with, we can adapt.
I have one more question, Alvaro. The second question is, what does a reveal deployment look like from a manpower, timing, and kind of logistics? I was watching with some good, strong interest about this reveal product, and I was trying to imagine what the manpower, what the, you know, how you actually implement it. Can you speak to that for a moment?
Yeah, I mean, the implementation, you have two ways. Okay, you can either use our own cameras, which is the easiest way to work, and let me explain you why. I mean, when you use our own cameras, they are already integrated with the VMS. So the only thing that you need to do is to scan the QR code that each one of the cameras has, and automatically that camera will be connected to the either to the cloud or to the connector, whatever architecture you're planning to use. Okay, in case that you're using a third-party camera, okay, in that case, I mean, always as long as it's an IP camera, there is not a major problem on it, because I mean, you just need the TCP/U cable connected to the VMS, and then it will be sending all the video stream directly to the server. Okay, so from the manpower, meaning on how many people do we need in order to, for example, manage hundreds of cameras? Is that your question?
No, actually, my question was about the reveal system.
This is the reveal that.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, the reveal. Okay, hold on. I'm talking about the aware. Sorry about.
Right.
Okay,
because I have a pretty good understanding of how the aware works. I'm really trying to understand what the how it deploys.
Okay, here is the deployment is very simple. This is this is a software that we install in each one of the devices that you want to monitor. Okay, so all those that software connects to, let's call it, to an admin server or an admin device.
Okay.
That is where all the different agents are reporting. So imagine that, for example, I'm just going to give you an example. Imagine that we have 200 computers that you want to monitor. Okay, right. And then you just download the software in all those 200 devices, and that software will be sending and reporting all the activity of those devices to one, let's call it admin device, where all the information is being recorded. So what information is being recorded is going to be, I mean, how the person is using the keyboard, what browsers are they accessing, if they are copying any files, or if they are sending any files which are not on PDF format, for example, through the internet, through the email, in case that they are trying to copy any files into a pen drive, or you are connecting into a non-security Wi-Fi connection. So all that activity is being reported into the admin device, okay? Now, what policies, this is a flexible, and this is an incident learning process. So for instance, I mean, when you download the software, you just put some basic actions that you want to, or events that you want to monitor, okay? And then as the system is learning and is learning on how people, or is adapting to the IT policy of the company, then what you can do is you can customize the actions based on what you want to, how do you want to perform. So, for instance, you want to block isolate the device, or you want to block the action, or you want to block the computer, and so on. But The deployment is extremely easy. I mean, and the supervision on or the monitoring, it is also, I mean, all the information is being downloaded into an admin server or an admin device, and then all that information comes out on a dashboard in a way that you can monitor all the equipment on all the devices with just one screen.
Understood. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And this, and then as for example, with the Aware, you can have like, this is on the Reveal is on a subscription, mode, or on a subscription business model, let's call it. And then the good thing about it is that you're constantly being updated with all the, just to make sure that it's not, you don't have any cybersecurity attacks, and then also you have the latest version on it.
Very good, thank you.
You're welcome. What I will do in the next couple of days, what I will do is I will send you a copy of the presentation, okay, so you guys can review it. And then, as I said, in case that you're interested on a demo or you want to go more in deep into either one of the solutions, you can request kind of like a conference call, or we can book a meeting, and then we can go more in deep into any of the solutions. Okay, as I say, the demos are free of charge, so we will do all the setup configuration for you, so you don't have to bother about how to set up the demo. Okay, there's no more. He have my contact details, my mobile and my email address. If there is any more questions. Okay, well, in that case, we're gonna leave it here. Okay, so thank you very much for attending. Okay, and then what I'll do is, as I said, I'll send you all the information, and I'll keep in touch with you in the upcoming weeks in case that you want to have any further information. Once again, thank you for attending, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.